Have you ever wanted to go to space but couldn't because you aren't an astronaut? Have you ever wanted to live on your very own island? If so, then maybe you want to talk to Richard Branson. Richard Branson is an entrepreneur who dropped out of high school and is now a self-made billionaire. He has started up almost every kind of business venture out there, from record companies to cell phone providers. He even started up his very first space exploration for civilians. He became an entrepreneur first by starting his own company, Virgin Records. Then he created more business on different business fronts like airlines, radio, train companies, mobile phone companies, and luxury game preserves. And lastly, the first ever business expedition in space tourism called Virgin Galactic. Richard Branson started from nothing, but created one of the top five record companies of the 1970s. Richard Branson started a mail order record company called Virgin Records soon after dropping out of high school, which gave him funds to later open up a record store on Oxford Street in London. That turned into a record studio and signed Mike Oldfield, who recorded his single Tubular Bells and stayed on UK charts for over 247 weeks. Using the momentum, he also signed other big names like Sex Pistols, Genesis, and Rolling Stones. Richard Branson didn't stop there. He went on to expand Virgin into a company beyond anything that he could imagine. He created companies like trains, cruise lines, luxury game preserves, and mobile phone. He was one of the biggest names about 10 years ago in every category that there is. Richard Branson started to create the first business exploration ever tried called Virgin Galactic, which is a civilian space travel company. It allows everyday people to visit space with a price tag of about $250,000 for one ticket. But after the first spaceship test flight was all good, he had more than 500 people reserve tickets. So I guess it was pretty popular. Richard Branson is a high school dropout who has become a successful businessman because he kept at it with opening up a Virgin business in every frontier. If you ever wanted to own your very own island, then maybe you should ask yourself, how can I be like Richard Branson?